Alright, so here's the account of my events on the day that Tyler went in for the C-section. We were all in a waiting room, and they took her down, and the nurse came in and gave me, after about a half hour, a suit or whatever that you typically have to put on in order to get in when the baby's being born. But during that half hour, 45 minutes of waiting, you don't know what's going on. They got her back there, they're prepping her, they're doing all this stuff. You know, I mean, the only thing I can really tell you that happened was my account with it was when I came in, they had already had her with the spinal tap, and they already had her cut open. I mean, there really wasn't much to it. I mean, they already had everything on the ball by the time I got in there. There's no experience at all as far as your son being born. There is no experience. The only experience that you have is that maybe not even 2 minutes, maybe a minute of holding your son. You hold your son for like a minute. That's the only experience you get. You know what I mean? Other than that, you're sitting next to her, and she's laid out on the table, and you're up to her head. And there's this big-ass fucking blanket type thing in front of you. You can't see over it unless you stand up. You know what I mean? It's all a bunch of bullshit. If I wanted to go to the fucking drive-ins, I'd take myself to a movie. You know what I mean? I could see more with a movie than I could see that. You know what I mean? There's no experience to it. It's the worst experience you could ever get. You know what I mean? As far as if you are a father and you want to experience your son being born, the best way to experience your son being born is by VBAC. Don't have a C-section. They take her in, you're in a waiting room for like a half hour, 45 minutes, nervous as fuck. You know what I mean? And that alone itself is worthless. But then you finally get a nurse about 45 minutes later to come in. She gives you scrubs. You put the damn things on. You go in. By the time you go in, everything's over. I'm telling you, everything's over. You know what I mean? The only thing that you're getting to experience is when they take the baby out of her and they bring the baby over to you and you hold the baby. And that's for a minute. And then after that, that's it. Then they ask you to leave and it's done. That's it. Where as far versus having baby naturally. You know, like a woman is supposed to have a baby naturally. You know what I mean? You get to be there the whole time. You get to help. You get to see, you know, be there with the contractions. You get to be there to breathe with her and things like that. And you get to be there, you know, when the baby actually comes out. You get to cut the cord. There's more interactions with a VBAC than there is with a C-section. You know, and that's simple. You know what I mean? I don't know. From my end of it, from my perspective, it fucking sucks. Don't go having no C-section because it's the worst possible thing you could do. Unless you're a mom that wants to have a C-section. If that's what you want to do, then that's you. You know, I mean, I feel it's a shame to you know, have a C-section and not experience a baby being born VBAC. But that's my opinion. Other people have different opinions. Other people want to do things differently. So, see ya.